Viewer discretion is advised.
Hey, what's going on everyone? Mr. JW here with a new game to try out called This is the Police. It's a kind of a story-based game, so we're going to get into it and see what happens. Got day 1 here. Mayor Rogers, sex maniac. Mark Ward 2 to be shown in Freeburg. City Hall confirmed rumors of Jack Boyd resignation. Let's go to work. I'm not sure what's going on here. I have a black screen.
When I was a kid, my father sometimes told me at bedtime that if I closed my eyes and didn't open them for a long time, all the demons would blow away. Yesterday I turned 60, but I still take his advice. Not because I'm sentimental or want to keep the memory of my father alive. I just can't think of a better solution. To get away from all the demons that haunt Freeburg, I'd need to wear a blindfold 24/7. Plus, it's a good idea to act blind when talking to reporters. At least that's what my colleagues say. They're afraid of press conferences. But for me, it's more like a confessional. No matter what lies you tell, you're privately thinking the honest answers. It helps me remember who I am. The fact that I'll be reading all about it in the papers tomorrow is a small price to pay. Call it penance for the preacher. This is the first time I'm afraid of those answers my mind has given me. Not because I'm mad I'm losing my job. Though it's true, I'm mad as hell. Not because I subconsciously blame everyone else. Though I damn sure do blame them. And don't even ask me what my next move is. I can't imagine. But even that doesn't scare me. The worst thing is, I know I'm gonna have to do something. And I'll be damned if I know how far I'll go. I may have a lot of vices, but predictability isn't one of them. I learned a long time ago how to drive away the swarming demons. But what do you do when they're trying to rip your soul from your skin? Shutting my eyes tight as I can. The best solution remains the same: play blind. I just hope the reporters think I was blinded by the camera flash.
Good morning, everyone. Yesterday, the mayor's office officially announced your resignation. Did this come as a surprise, or did you know about it in advance? Let's see. The mayor discussed with me. I've been expecting this bullshit from the mayor. What's the difference? Let's go with the mayor discussed it with me. Let's keep it civil. Mayor Rogers told me that he wants a fresh face running Freeburg PD, so no, it didn't come as a surprise. You already know the name of your successor? I think it'll be a department veteran. Most likely be one of my current employees. After a recent corruption scandal, your deputy Francis Kendrick said he was looking forward to resigning. If the mayor offered him your position, would that change his mind? Perhaps. No way. I'd be happy. Let's see. No way. He's made up his mind to leave. I don't see anything affecting that decision. Although Kendrick was acquitted, many still believe the police are cooperating with the mafia. Do you have anything to say about this? No comment. Usually I prefer to answer your questions, but in this situation, I've got to say no comment. Do you think your personal relationship with the mayor could be the reason behind your retirement? Definitely not. That's just not possible. Mayor Rogers is a true professional and he makes his decisions carefully. There's no place in our jobs for hard feelings. Thank you. Alright, so we kept it civil and peaceful during that meeting.
Today, Mr. Boyd?
Same as usual.
How did the press conference go?
You can read about it in the newspapers tomorrow. Don't let anyone in.
Even Mr. Kendrick?
Especially Mr. Kendrick.
Alright, so we got something against Mr. Kendrick here. All right, so we got some pills, a cigar. We're in our office now.
As soon as I heard the door creak, I knew what face I'd see. When I tell Emma not to let anyone in, there's only one man it could be. Rude, arrogant, no warning. That's Mayor Rogers in a nutshell. White summer shoes, white socks, white shorts, white polo shirt, and the white smile of a hungry shark. Mayor Rogers enters every room like he
doesn't
owns
have a
the
face.
place. Even the floorboards under his feet sound like they're creaking an apology. He never shied away from the odd corruption scheme. It's like the devil walks behind him. In the movies, the villains controlling the city play golf with the judges. Rogers plays tennis with them instead. That's about the only difference.
Jack, I was hoping to catch you after the press conference. You ran away so quick.
There's no smoking at City Hall. No reason for me to hang around.
Well, this morning I signed a ban on smoking in all public buildings. Soon you won't be able to smoke here either.
Soon enough, I won't be here at all.
That's what I wanted to talk to you about. The people of this city like you, Jack. The police chief of all people. Don't betray that, Jack. Don't get wrapped up in any schemes. Sit nice and quiet for the next 180 days, and you'll be remembered as a hero. That's the only thing that you still have left. Be the hero.
Then how am I supposed to scrape together a retirement fund?
You had a million chances to secure a luxury pension, one that even I would have envied, although I've never set aside any money for myself. I'm not planning to retire anytime soon. "180 days of quiet, Jack. That's all I need. I don't have any problems with you, and you won't have any problems with me. I have a new assistant, Troy Starr. If you have something to tell me, call him. But try not to bother him. He's a busy man."
I'll do my best.
"And quit smoking up the office. One of my friends will be using it soon."
Alright, so it looks like we're calling Troy
I'm
here.
Sorry, babe. Only the mayor has this number. Mr. Mayor?
Yeah, is this Troy Starr?
Yes?
Go fuck yourself, Troy Starr.
Alright, so we just told Troy off. We're on day 2 now, July 16th, Tuesday. Jack Boyd on his resignation asked the mayor. Cleanness of the city streets increased by 20%. Civil servants' wages won't be raised this year.
Cops don't use the police station cafeteria anymore. There's some kind of stigma against sitting shoulder to shoulder with your partners. Everybody just takes snacks from the machines or grabs a meal and hammers it down in the corner like a vulture on a corpse. The main thing? Don't look into anyone's eyes. Could be construed as an invitation to sit together. The only people eating here are ghosts. My deputy, Francis Kendrick. He recently became one of those ghosts. The subject of one of the most devastating corruption scandals in the history of Freeburg. No evidence to support the accusations, but everyone knows Kendrick's days are numbered. I need that file I asked for. Needs to be ready tonight. Francis didn't say anything, but I understood. Ghosts aren't supposed to talk. Besides, I got a feeling he was already finished.
I don't know if you meant finished with that report or finished in other ways. Alright, so we got the tutorial here. Would you like to receive tips? 6-year-old police chief with a few months away from his retirement. I don't need anyone to tell me how to do my job. Yeah, let's show me what you got. All right, Freeburg PD organizes upcoming work assignments into shifts for today and tomorrow. Every shift, officers respond to crimes in progress and detectives continue their investigations. You can freely move employees between shifts. All officers and detectives possess several important characteristics. Professionalism shows overall efficiency. Level A your policeman. A figure around 150 is considered average. Any policeman who falls short of this mark is not entirely reliable, while those whose professionalism is considerably higher than average are a safe bet, even in a pinch. An individual's level of professionalism may rise and fall over the course of their career. Energy shows how tired your policemen are. The less energy your people have, the less reliable their work, and a policeman who is exhausted might fall asleep at the wheel or make a critical error on their job. Your employees lose 1 point of energy after each working day and restore 1 point after each day of rest. Your employees don't tell you everything. Some additional characteristics are hidden from view. For instance, some cops are lazy and will come up with any reason they can think of to take the day off, while others like to drink too much. You can only guess about these things, but you should be able to draw your own conclusions based on the behavior of employees. Alright, so we got a pretty good loadout here. Got some high ranking, got a few low ranks. Jeez, that doesn't look reliable at all. Okay, got one solid detective, a couple okay detectives. Got some good officers here. Let's go ahead and start the day out. Alright, curtains up. We got the cigar in the city there. Alright, so we do have a SWAT unit. Responding to calls is the bread and butter of your police work. You'll need to send your officers to the crime scene before their timer expires. The mark on the map shows where the call came from. The farther away the destination is from the police station, the longer it'll take your officers to travel back and forth. The longer your people will be tied up and unavailable for upcoming work.
110B in progress.
Alright, so we got a hit and run here. Easiest way to determine how difficult the task might be is to check how many units are allowed to send on the call. The more units you can send, the more serious the alleged threat. Particularly risky missions can give you the option of sending SWAT, but they must be accompanied by at least one officer. Number of slots is not the only thing to consider. Any available information from the location to the crime scene to the presence of weapons and so on. All of this can tell you how seriously each case should be taken. A mission might look simple at first glance until it turns into a brutal meat grinder, or a serious call can come in which turns out to be a false alarm. Alright, so we have a hit and run, everyday mall. A married couple exited a convenience store and saw a van in the parking lot back over a homeless man who'd been digging through a trash can. The driver jumped out to help, but once he saw that he'd hit a bum, got back in the van and quickly drove away. Okay, so we're gonna send this one out and this one out as well. Not a serious offense, so we're gonna, or it is, but it's not something that's a huge priority, so we'll send those two out together. Got a solid officer with an okay officer. Okay, so fight in the last picture show theater. A theater manager reports that during the show of Citizen Kane, a drunk man attempted to force his way into the theater carrying a snowboard decorated with the word Rosebud. When he was denied entry, he violently attacked the cashier and is currently fighting with the theater security guard. Okay, so we want to make sure we have at least one solid, and we'll put him with a 90 here. Alright, so we're up to $2,400 right now on day 2. About, looks like 12:30. I don't know if it's middle of the night or middle of the day. We got a hit and run report. Let's see. When everything goes well, the police capture the criminals and nobody dies, but the truth is sometimes the criminals manage to escape. Just try to avoid any dead cops or civilians. Dead cops will hurt your roster, and dead citizens bother the mayor even more than living ones. Alright, got the offender caught. Officers unarmed. So you got some stat increase, so that's good. Get Asano up here. Good job, Asano. Alright, so they're going to be returning back to the station now. Got a report on the fight here. Offender caught, officers unharmed, civilians unharmed. Good. Got to boost up. Awesome, Austin. Doing good. Gotta get your ranking up here. We gotta get price up. It's got a long way to go. Alright, armed robbery. Let's see. 3 teenagers armed with a shotgun robbed a videotape store, made off with a whole collection of adult movies. The criminals fled in a car. The store manager wrote down the car license plate. The owner is Janet Brown, who lives in the suburbs. Okay, so we'll send a decent officer. We don't have SWAT. Shoot. Alright, we're gonna have to send Price, because I want to make sure I have Kochi available. There it is. Another fight in progress here. Brother and sister clash with each other over their deceased father's will. According to one of the lawyers, we don't dare separate them, and our security guard is off duty tonight. Okay, so we can't send SWAT still. I don't know when that call is going to come in. We have one officer available for now. Go ahead and send them out. Alright, so we have 2 officers that finally came back. Tsubaki and Asano. So luckily we'll be able to send those out on the next call when that comes up. Austin and Purdy are back on duty. Awesome. SWAT's still available, but we have to wait till a call that qualifies them. Let's see. Assault in the ghetto. Instead of 3 officers, that's going to be a serious one. Passerby saw some teenagers attacking an elderly musician, then ran away with the guitar and his money. Okay, so we want to... Let's do these 3. And we'll leave Purdy available. Direct orders. When your cops aren't sure how to proceed, they might contact you and ask how to handle the situation. Try to deal with whatever comes up, but don't waste your time on this stuff. You have plenty of other problems on your plate. Okay, armor already sorted. This vehicle in question is parked right outside the Brown residence. The sounds of moaning and loud laughter can be heard at the living room window. Moaning and loud laughter. Okay, so we're gonna do knock on the door. Offender caught. Officers unarmed. Alright, so we got a boost increase. Awesome price. You're working your way up there. You got a long way to go, but we're getting there. Pretty still available here. We got a report on the fight. Let's see. Offender caught. Officer unharmed. Good job, Kochi. Return to station. We're doing good. We haven't had too many calls. Getting things handled pretty appropriately here. No officers harmed, which is good. Everybody's getting their stats increased. So it looks like they're just getting on scene here. Got a report. Oh, we got a couple. Yancey's back. Report on the assault. Offender caught. Officers unharmed. Awesome. They all got stat increases. So we got some good officers now. Or, well, better officers. Alright, so they're returning to station now. You can see that here. They're working their way back on the map. We have Kochi and Yancey are back. Looks like we're getting to the end of shift here. Everything went nice and smooth. We'll let them finish getting here, and then we'll end the day after we get the report. Alright, so they're back. So we're going to have the end of the day here. Waiting for that report to come in. If it's going to, I'm not sure. Let's see. Alright, so it's not looking like we're going to get a report, so let's go ahead and end the day. Alright, if you think you need a couple extra hands tomorrow, you can order any cop to come in and work overtime, but if they're working flat out, they'll be much more exhausted. Somebody's bound to make a mistake. Alright, so let's go ahead and look at shift A. What do we got going? Oh wow, we got some really good officers here. Excuse me. We got Staval, Vandal, Robbins, Samadi, Grant, Birch Jr. That's funny. And Roy, and Beasley and Moser. Roy's another new one, or an old guy. Birch is okay. Birch Jr. and Birch aren't the greatest, but we do have much more officers to help take on that load there. Especially Staval. I have good faith in them. And Beasley and Moser, looks like we're going to have a good shift. So we can go ahead and leave them there, and we're going to go ahead and end the day.
Used to be, when I asked Kendrick to stay late at the office, he liked to grumble and crack wise. Nowadays, he doesn't have the strength for it. Slumped shoulders, blank stare, wrinkled skin. The past few weeks, I don't hardly recognize my old friend. In his younger years, he reminded me of a gallant royal officer in an old Kipling story. Kendrick isn't just crumbling under the weight of the public pressure, but from the shame of it all. Internal Affairs raided the library he inherited from his grandfather, hoping they'd find buckets of cash stashed in the pages. Heard about the look on his face, the fearless policeman standing helpless in horror. I've known Francis for 30 years. The past 20 years he's played loose with the law. And I know that at a certain point every stolen dollar brings more misery than anything else. Probably sounds crazy, but I sympathize with the guy. What can I do? Your friends are your friends, and these are the waters we swim in.
Called all of the people on that list today. Now they know you're in business, so you could get a call from any of them. You don't need to worry about any of them. I've cleared them all.
And what kind of business are we talking here?
It's nothing too serious, just like you asked. Should be just a few small favors. Payments will vary depending on the situation and who you're dealing with. How much are you looking to earn?
$500,000.
$500,000? Why not a whole million?
Because everybody wants to take $1 million. Figured I'd try something different.
$500,000 in 180 days? Well, you could earn it all above board if you netted all the big fish and hit all your bonuses.
Never knew you for a fisherman.
Well, you never got into my business, and I'm not trying to get into yours. But be careful about bringing in any other cops. Sooner or later, they'll put the finger on you. And one more thing, Jack. I remember what you said, but I should probably add one more name to that list. Christopher Sand.
Sand. Christopher G. Sand. Everyone knows the name, but few could tell you who he is. The old man stays away from the spotlight. Always wears old-fashioned jeans and knitted sweaters. Gives to charity. Rarely attends social events. An avid hunter, I hear. Even dabbles in poetry. You'd never guess he's the head of the oldest and most powerful gang in the city. Goes back as far as his great-grandfather. And Sand is strict about following the old rules. He rarely involves himself in commonplace murders and robberies. Hardly needs to intimidate anyone to get his point across. The people who work for him each have their sphere. They provide protection where needed, even work with the authorities when they want to make a deal. Meanwhile, Sand pulls the strings without getting his hands dirty. People sometimes mistake his quiet approach. A couple years ago, an arms dealer decided to expand its business without asking permission, and his whole family paid the price. In 4 weeks, Sand killed 31 people. Old men, women, even a few teenagers. And Sand's people made sure every paper reported it. Frank, I don't want to hear you say that name again.
Jack, please, listen to me. I'm in with these guys.
We agreed, Frank. That's not the kind of business I'm into. I don't go there. Never have, never will.
Alright, so we didn't like the Christopher Sand name. That's the checkpoint there. So we're going to end that here with the first 2 days. Thanks so much for watching, guys. If you guys like this video, make sure to click that like button and subscribe for more. I definitely am interested in continuing with this series, so if you guys like this, I'll definitely continue and make more videos like this. So let me know in the comments, or like this video. Let me know if you like this series, this style of game, and we'll go from there. Thanks so much for watching, guys, and I will see you next time.